Hey guys, this is my first commentary video. So if I sound off or anything like that, I'm gonna try my best to enhance it. But I'm using Share Factory, and we know how Share Factory is. If you don't, it's a horrible software to do videos. Um, Before I get started, I will say a few things about the cameos. Um, Reptile could work well with every single cameo except for Shujinko, Tremor, and Frost. Only because other cameos do it better and it's less stressful for you. But my top five picks for Reptile cameos are Striker, Cyrax, Scorpion, Sub Zero, and Sector. Um, I'll explain why, but I don't want to waste any time. So, yeah, so Reptile is a intermediate character in casual's hands, alright? In casual, he is a intermediate character. But in higher ranks or even in tournament plays, he is a hard character. Only because of the gaps, but no, besides the gaps, majority of his strengths and his special are very, very punishable. And if you know how to punish them correctly, it's game over. GG's, shake their hand. Um, but in casuals, he's very good, very, very good. But in higher ranks, um, he is weak. Um, but besides of that, let's get started with his buttons. Back three, which is his overhead. It is a overhead knockdown. Hold up, if I do this real quick. It is a overhead knockdown. There's three versions. Yeah, there's three versions of it. There's the faster version, and just overhead knockdown. Nothing special. If you charge it up a little bit, it is slower startup, but if they block it, it's -7. Therefore, only a few characters can punish it. But if they get hit by it, you're in amazing range because Reptile he is a defensive type of character. You don't even though he has rush down tools, but just the way how he is right now, you gotta play him defensively. You gotta use defense. This is so if you don't like defense style, you might not like Reptile. But if you do, you're gonna love Reptile. Um, but yep, this is his other overhead knockdown. Good range, save on block as well. But there's also, if we charge it up, a meterless launcher. Um, but you know if your opponent get hit by this, they will eat up 31% meterless, which you can't say no to that. You can't. Besides that, besides overheads, right? You could cancel his overhead to four options. His fatal blow, acid spit, invisibility, and his death roll. I'll rate them in order. Number one, death roll, because it's a true mix-up and people are gonna block the overhead more than the low because you know they rather eat a 9% than a 31%. Which you can't go wrong with a free 9%. Number two, invisibility. only because since I have striker, that's why. But besides that, if I don't have striker, I would say acid spit would be number 2. But since I have striker, I could just do this. Number 3, it will be acid spit, because acid spit could anti-air you. You just gotta time it perfectly. But once you got the timing down, it is one of the good anti-airs. Number 3, no, the last one, fatal blow. There's no point canceling a overhead to another overhead. I don't see the point. But let's get started with this 1-1-1-1-1-4. This button or this string it's a good staggering tool, because you could gel it as well, right? You could do down 1 into this, down 3 into this. You could gel it, right? And also it staggers as well. And you know, 1-1-4, this string right here, the last hit is a mid. People don't know it's a mid. The last hit is a mid, so they're gonna try to neutral duck it or poke out of it. They can't. It's a mid. But there is a gap to this, right? There is a gap to this. Trust me. But in the corner, I would say special in the corner, because I'll show you guys. Let me put this right. In the corner, you could do something like this. Non-optimal. Easy to hit. 33% meterless. You cannot complain about that. You cannot say no. Let's put them back into the center. Overall, good staggering, good jelly with ease. Amazing combos to it as well. You go combo 1-1-4 with striker and other cameos you guys are about to see later on in the video. But overall, it's pretty good. Let's talk about his standing 2. Standing 2, it is a high. It's also called anti-air, but it's not that good. You know, it's one of his weak buttons, I would say. Frog and knee is a high. You know, meterless launcher, but you know, it's not worth it, because if they block it, it is a -14, which is punishable. Don't ever do that. His tail to hitties, I think. I mean, that's how you pronounce it. Or I guess that's how you pronounce it. His standing 2 into 4. It is a sneaky low, decent range. This will hit you, trust me. It hit me as well, and I'm a day 1 Reptile main. So if this gets me and gets certain pro players, it will get you as well. Trust me. Let's talk about his mid. His mid is pretty good. All right. I forgot about these 2. His mid is pretty good. All right, because it's easy to combo, right? Like this. Easy to combo. Also, it could also be a meterless launcher if you have a certain cameo like Goro, Darius, and Scorpion. I'm pretty sure there's others, but you know, I'm just saying the 3 easiest cameos to do it. Yeah, to do it with. But on block, if we do this on block, it is -6, and there's no gap. This is the only string where Reptile has that it doesn't have a gap. Therefore, you can't flawless block it. You can't armor through it. You can't. So you have 4 options here, right? If you do this, either down 1, or if they expect you to down 1, you back up a little bit, you do back 3. Or, right, another one, it is you back up, do a high, forward 3, which is a high. Another option, I guess, it is his. You could just do a grab, but don't. I'm not gonna risk that. Don't do it. But that could be another option. A fifth option, you could say it is his. You just go. You just could complete the whole string. 4-2-1-1. It is -7, but the pushback makes it, like, it's worth it because no character is gonna punish this. Um, Not even Liu Kang could do it. Plus, I mean, the only downfall, like the only negative, yeah, the only negative about this is the only negative about this is there's a gap at the end. There's a gap, therefore you could get a free punish. For example, let me show it to you guys. Okay, you could get punished. See, it's punished, you could combo into it, do something. But be careful, there's a gap. If your opponent knows, just don't get the final hit. Just don't do it. Just don't do it the whole string. Just do this. There's no gap. Remember. Let's talk about his other mid, like sort of mids. Is a mid high. This is good because you go do a combo. Like this is a combo extender. For example, like this. You could do something like this. Not optimal, by the way. 36%. But on block, it is -14, I think. I believe it's -14 or -14 or 13 is one of those two. Yeah, -14, which is punishable. Once again, he has a sneaky low, but this one's better, right? Because it looks like it has some more range only because if you see Reptile does forward 2, he takes one step forward compared to, just him standing still. But, it looks further, but it looks slower, if that makes sense. Because look, see, it looks slower compared to, I don't know, that could be me, or that could be legit the speed difference. But the both startup have 20 frames startup, which the game says it's the same speed, but I don't think so. Another one we're going to talk about, it is his standing 3, which is a armor break. Since it's a 2-hit, every character armor is a 2-hit break. Besides Ashra and Havoc, they're like a 5+ hit. Havoc is 5, Ashra is 6. I don't know why, it just is. So, you see, armor breaks. Alright, yeah, armor breaks. Let's see. But this string is good if you have Goro, Darius, and Scorpion, because you could break their armor, and continue doing the combo. But since I have Striker, I can't do nothing about that. I'm just gonna get a guaranteed 11%, no 10%, guaranteed 10%. But it breaks armor. You cannot say no to that. Once again, let's talk about his famous back 3. This button is amazing button. Good range because it reaches from here, from a low. This string right here beats out pokes, some mids, highs, and some specials. Some mids, because just the way how he's angled is like 90 degrees, but it's like lowered a little bit, right? So it whiffs. Some mids whiffs, to be honest. Like, I'm actually being for real. Um, but you know, just if any Reptile players or upcoming Reptile players, please abuse this, or abuse it before NRS patch it, because players are complaining about this move, even though it's not that bad compared to others characters. It's not that bad. Bloody Trail, just a follow up, back three into one. Easy to combo. For example, like this, right? Like something like that. Non-optimal, right? 32% meterless. You could get more up to 38, 40% meterless. You cannot say no to that. Slip and Died. It starts with a low, ends with a low, but it has two gaps. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Bloody Trail. There's a gap at the end, and you go armor through it, right? But this has a gap. Two gaps, but on block. Let me see. Two. I don't know why it's like this. I put. Oh, that's why. Where is it? Play no more. See, armored. You could do that. So if you know to fight against a Reptile, just do that. Another one is see. I believe there's you can't armor through at the end, but you can armor through at the begin, the second hit. But overall, be careful using that string because there's two gaps, and also if you're doing it on block, it is -7. Therefore, stay return. All you gotta do is just poke or back up a little bit. But what I do majority of the time is just do back three because it's -6. So like I just back up a little bit. They're gonna poke or something. I'm just gonna do this since it beats out pokes. But if you complete the whole string, it is -23, which is very punishable. But what's special about this string? It is special cancelable, right? Like this. That string alone, there's 3 gaps. From here, there's a gap. That's a gap. And that's a gap. There's 3 strings. That's a gap. You could armor the beginning, like the second hit and and this hit right here. So if you're fighting against an opponent that knows that there's 3 gaps, you're gonna eat a fat damage, which is not worth it. This is why I have Striker, because you could do something like this with Striker, like that, because they're gonna flash block it. They're gonna try to punish, but Striker got your back. You can get a free punish because they're gonna try to punish you. It's kind of cheesy, but you gotta do what you gotta do with this game. So that's enough with the famous back 3. Let's talk about his forward 3. It's a high, by the way. This forward 3 is a high mid. There's no gap. But Mr. Hyde, this sort of meterless launcher, if you have a specific cameo, once again, I tried to gap. Yeah, I tried to flash block it, and I tried to armor through it. I can't. I don't think there's a gap, but I think there is. I'm pretty sure there is. You just gotta time. I just don't have the timing for it, but I think there is. All right, but on block, I'm gonna show you guys how it is on block. -6, but I think for the range it is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, never mind. Still -6, but this -7, no, -6 still. Um, so just do this and just do poke, right? There's 4-3, 4-3-1-1, a -7, but it pushes back. I think there's a gap at the end, but I'm not sure. I think there is, so be careful. The last one, this 4-3-2. It's a sort of restand, but it's not a traditional restand. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, but this move is a combo ender because you could do something like this, you know, invisibility. You go cancel into invisibility, death roll, fatal blow, and activate. It's the same thing like this, right? It's the same thing, but it's a combo ender, which is pretty good. Um, what else does he have? Oh yeah, let's talk about his sweep. His sweep gets another special showcase, just like his standing 3. Not because of armor breaks, not because it could extend combos. It's only because how good it is. All right, look how amazing it is. One of the best sweeps in the game. Unblocked is even better. It is -7, but look at the range it gives you. Basically, the further, like, no character is gonna punish from this range. No character. So just do this. Amazing, amazing sweep. One of the best ones in the game. Top tier. Him and Omni-Man are one of the good ones. Omni-Man because of the damage. Reptile because of the range it gives you. Let's talk about his mid-air strings. Um, his mid-air strings, 1-2. It used to be bad, like used to be horrible during prior the Halloween patch, but now it's kind of good because you can combo afterwards. All right, you can combo afterwards. All right. His 2-3-3 is a pretty good one because you could get like 40ish. If do more optimal, it's 40ish. But also one thing is like in a corner, you could still combo. Same thing with this, right? You go combo right like here. All right, non-optimal by the way. 37%, close to 38. You could get up to 40, right? If you're optimal with it. But overall, his basic buttons are good. Abuse some of them because you got to. There's no point using others. But let's talk about his specials, right? Let's put this at full screen. And let's highlight the specials he got. He has acid spit. It doesn't do nothing. It doesn't do damage over time. It doesn't do restand. Nothing like that, right? But it's a decent anti-air. But the range is pretty good if you enhance it, right? Almost full screen, I think. Right here, like by the bowl, right here, right? But if you enhance it, it doesn't do nothing special as well. It doesn't do damage over time and it doesn't restand. They should change that, to be honest. Yes, his elbow attack. Doesn't reach full. It does reach full screen, but it doesn't connect the hit per se. This is why you strike because you could do something like this, right? It's gonna hit them because they think it's unsafe, but it's not. Also, striker, since he's way behind, they don't see him. They just go here. But if they listen to him, they're gonna know. But if they don't, they're gonna get hit, get punished, get comboed into GGs. If you enhance it, it's just faster. That's it. Force ball. You know, this regular force ball, close, slower, further, faster. Um, if you enhance it, doesn't matter which version, close, fast, or slow. No, yeah, slow, fast, or medium speed. It's gonna reach full screen no matter what. You see, and it's gonna reach full screen no matter what. Um, what I do is I use slow, right? I use slow, wait for a bit, and do this. You may ask yourself why I do that. Because if I show you guys how to. Alright, right, do something like that. Go behind it, right? Guess what? It doesn't reach full screen. It doesn't. No, it does reach full screen, but doesn't reach the whole entire arena. Well, it doesn't MKX. Because or MK9. You guys remember how the force ball goes through the whole arena, but in this game it doesn't. They should change to that, to be honest. But I mean, it's up to them, not me. Let's talk about his other few abilities, and let's talk about his fatal blow too. Might as well, you know. He has death roll or slide. This is his armored attack as well. A good anti-air, but doesn't reach. No, not anti-air. Anti-zoning tool. It doesn't reach full screen though, unless you enhance it. 11% if you enhance it. Default 9%. This armored is good, but up close is very horrible because they just could react to it. It's very slow. 21 frame startup, very slow. He has invisibility, meterless. This seems good on paper, but on actually in hand is pretty bad. Because let's put this close. If I do player 2, you see I'm blocking. Alright, guess what? It breaks. You met, and if you wait until it fully charges, you see, it's still, even though I'm blocking, I still, you know, it still gets out of it. If I do enhance it, I'm still blocking. It's just faster, nothing else. See, you see, there's nothing. It's just faster. Even with this, it doesn't increase damage either. It doesn't do nothing special. It's just faster. That's it. I will change some. You know, I will give them buff damage or you know, like give them a smoke treatment, a smoke cast. But you know, people are gonna complain about it. But that's just me. Cause I mean, you're spending meter on it. You should get at least one more benefit to it than just, you know, faster. It activates faster. But let's talk about his falling fangs, which is, you know, his air attack, his air special. It's pretty good. I mean, it is decent. It's all right. This is the maximum range it could go. Reaches 75% of the screen. If we do closed version, it's just that. But if you enhance it, it's still the same as the regular. It just increased the damage. What I do is the enhanced version or would track you down, if that makes, yeah, well, it will track you down. Because I mean, you're spending meter. I feel like if you spend meter on the move, you should get a very good benefit. It's not just for Reptile, for any character, because I mean, you're spending resources. It's not like MK11 where the resources scroll back over time. No, you gotta earn those resources back. Falling Fangs is a good combo ender for mid-air combos, right? Like this. But overall, don't use it like by default, because you know people are gonna expect a overhead, right? No matter what. So they just go block it or just block a regular. And this is very punishable too if they block it. just put on all. Watch if they block it. Negative 29. You know, just don't do it. Let's talk about his fatal blow. You know, it's overhead and it reaches 80% of the screen. Trust me, this will catch people off guard since you know people don't expect their range coming from Reptile. It's just for any character generally, right? I think like Reptile almost has a full screen fatal blow. Nah, I don't think any character has that. I don't think. I think Reptile's the only one. I'm not sure, but overall, Reptile is a fun character to play as. I hope this guide helps. You guys are about to see combo guides for different cameos, and that's it on my stream later once season 3 starts. But for now, I'm not, and goodbye.
No.